Well, what's up to all my pimps and model car players out there in YouTube land? What's cracking? This is Fast Jimmy 71 in the house. What's going on? Okay, well, this is part two of the White Girl project, the collaboration between myself and RIP Gabby '08. Well, there's a lot of changes done from the first video. A lot more progress has gone into this thing. She's been fighting me, but you know what? I'm putting her in check. Just playing. She's fighting me, man. But you know what? I got a hold. I got a hold of the situation. There's a lot of scratch building in this, man. The chassis, the interior. This is a one of a kind. Well, this whole model, this whole project is a one of a kind. This is a collaboration between R.I.P. Gabby and myself. I'm really flattered and really honored that he would want to get together with me and do this project. I'm really honored and really flattered. That you had that confidence in me to do this job for you. And to do this, this chassis and all this work for it, because she's gonna be a nice piece when she's done. So I'm gonna show you what I got so far. This is just a mock-up. So I already have spoken to RP Gabby, and we've been discussing back and forth ideas, and I've been telling him the progress on the truck and stuff. Suspension wise, I had a little issue with the suspension in the back. The suspension is not going to sit low the way I expected it to come out, but I've already talked to him about it, and he said to go, whichever route I felt that would look right with the truck. So I wanted to touch base with him on that first, but he's giving me freedom to do whatever I want with this truck. But I have to remember this is his truck, and I'm just I'm doing and I'm going by what he wants. And I'm just throwing a little bit of my ideas and stuff into it. Not a lot, but I've doing more or less what he has in mind. So let me stop talking and let me show you what I got. So remember, this is just a mock-up. Nothing's glued together. So let me show you what I got. There she goes, man. That's the stance. Remember, I was talking to you about today how the back end sits a little high. I'm gonna try to adjust to drop that a little bit. I don't know, but right now that's how it's sitting right now. There's the front end. There's the back end. Here is the interior. It's just a mock-up right now. I remember when I was telling you about that flat screen. Well, there's the flat screen. It doubles up. You guys are wondering how in the hell a flat screen that big. Well, you know what? If you come to think about it, if you wanted to do this in a 1:1 scale, there could be a possibility you can turn that flat screen and drop it down and turn it into a table. You know, if you really come to think about it, so the TV doubles up as a table. I'm gonna try, and don't quote, don't hold me on this, but you guys, please don't get mad at me if I don't do it. But this is something that I'm just kicking around right now. I'm thinking about swiveling these seats, making these seats turn around. So I'm not sure if if I'm gonna be able to do that once I put the paneling in this car. So that's just a little idea that I have going on right now. There's the C notch at the back. Here is this. This was the problem that R.I.P. Gabby was having with these tires. Well, this is she's in there, man. There are your tires. There's your engine. there's a lot of good stuff going on in this van, in this truck, man. So let me show you what I got here. So I'm gonna put this down for a minute. Like I said, this is just a mock-up, so I'm gonna take her apart right now. There's the dashboard. Okay, here is the suspension. There's the suspension. There's the seats. So you can see the seats come out. Seats come out. This is a big chassis, man. TV, flat screen. It's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be hooked up to the back. This was a little surprise that I have for R.I.P. Gabby. This is all scratch built. This whole piece here, all made. I still have to touch it up a little bit more with some Bondo, you know, with some putty, you know, because there's still a couple of rough edges around here, but that's no big deal. That could be fixed, but this was the little surprise. But that's so you can put your CDs and your stuff in there, bro, when you're chilling, man. Just playing, bro. That's operational. That's the little thing for you to put your CDs and stuff. Scratch made firewall. Let me show you the underneath. So let me tip this around again. As you can see, there is the suspension and everything for the truck. There is brake pads added to the back of these wheels. This all comes apart. Like I said, none of this stuff is glued in. This is the underneath of the truck. There's the suspension in the back. Still have a couple more touch-ups that I need to do to this. But that is the suspension work. That's a brass tubing that runs all the way down. That doubles up as comes up as a drive shaft. I made the slots and everything for it to fit in. Let me take this off. She's in there. Okay. So there's the suspension in the front. There it is. This is all going to be covered up anyways in the back of the truck. So the back of the truck is going to be covered, you know. It's not going to have, you're not going to be able to see any of this stuff. It's got springs and everything in the back, but you're not going to see any of that stuff, not unless you look at it from the back. But, excuse me, but from the inside of the truck, you're not going to see any of this. You know, you're not going to see any of the suspension work that's in here. And in the bottom, you know, I incorporated a couple of parts that he had sent along with the truck. I added to this, you know, like the transmission support brace, you know, and the bottom suspension with the lower A arms. All I just had to do was make some upper A arms. But the bottom ones are from the parts that he had sent me. And that's about the only two things that I added onto this truck. You know, that I added onto this truck that came with the parts that he sent me. You know, which was the transmission support and the lower A arms. That's it. That's all that I've added. You know. Oh yeah, well, the differential. You know, but I had to, you know, modify it and everything for the back tires to fit. But as of everything else on this truck, man, everything, the whole rest of this chassis and everything is all handmade by me. This is my design, and this is, look at how long this chassis is, man. It's a huge ass chassis. Oh, and that piece on the firewall, you know, the firewall itself I made, but that piece is from the truck, you know, from the parts. Because you got to hook up the booster, you know, for the brakes and stuff like that, so you need that. But everything fits really nice in its place. I made little slots there for the radiator to slip into, and you know, there's there's a lot of work in this thing, you know. So I know Gabby's gonna have a lot of fun putting this thing together because it's a blast. It's a blast, you know, making all this stuff. But you know, I know he's gonna have a really big blast putting it together, you know, and painting it and detailing and everything. So I can't wait to see this thing completely done, you know. I'm just making the components for it. He's going to have the fun in detailing and painting and doing what he does best and hooking her up, man. So there you go, guys. That's part 2 of the White Girl Project collaboration between myself, Fast Jimmy 71, and RIP Gabby '08. So till part 3, my brothers, this is Fast Jimmy 71 from the Chicken Grease Garage saying peace. And you know it's chicken grease. Laters.